Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
The rain is falling around, my thoughts are pulling me down. Maybe I'm drowning in my mind. I keep fighting them back, they're chasing me days and night.
Hey, good. Am I on? It's morning. It's Monday. Happy Earth Day. Happy Passover. Happy Monday. Happy protest on Yale's campus day. Them kids is doing it. I have faith. I have faith in the future that these young people are about it. You know, when I see young people out there in these streets doing the fight, I just feel like the world would be saved. You know what I mean? I feel like the world is safe when I see young people protesting in the street about injustice. So high five to them students. They should be doing that. That's what they should be doing. That's the next generation of freedom fighters. And it begins right there. And we'll all be the better for the work that they do. And we'll all benefit from the sacrifice and the courage that they exhibit. These kids are out here making sure that the world is safe. They're not out here doing stupid stuff. They're out here trying to make a difference in the world. And I, for one, could get behind that because it reminds me of my college days. And stomping in the streets of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Concord, North Carolina, protesting. It'd make you a better person, I guarantee it. So welcome to Monday. It's the end of the month. Time is flying. I sound like an old person now. Harry, I sound like an old lady when I say time is flying. And you know, when old people say that, you know what we really saying? We get closer and closer to the grave. We get closer and closer to the grave. I think I really do believe that, which is fine. I'm not scared. You know, I just want more time to do all the stuff that I want to do. That's really what it is. I was like, well, I get to do all the things that I want to do. That's the selfishness in me. So let me run down my weekend because it was a great weekend. I mean, it was a great weekend. I mean, but I always have great weekends. So, and you know, I run them down from Thursday. I run them down from Thursday. So let's see. The 18th, I went to Orchid Gallery, the Orchid Gallery opening. But before I went to the Orchid Gallery opening, hosted by Nico Cordero and Eric Clemens of Con Corp, I was at the Baldwin Book Club. And you know, Culturally Lit, Ife and them are doing a year of Baldwin because James Baldwin will be 100 years old this year. And so the book club has met, I guess, 2 or 3 times. And I think the next book is the last book, I believe. I'm not sure, but the fire next time. But anyway, Thursday, we explored Jimmy's Blues, which is his compilation of poetry that was put out in like 86. And then, you know, we read it in the round. And you can go listen to these poems on Spotify. You can pull them up on Spotify. The Question is Love. That under that, The Question is Love, and you'll hear James Baldwin reciting some of his poetry. So that was a wonderful evening. I hadn't planned to go to the Baldwin book club, but I'm so glad I went because it was just nice to be in community to talk about James Baldwin. He's so timely, so unbelievably timely and necessary for these moments. So that was great. The next thing I went to was the Orchid opening of the gallery at Concorp, right there on Morse and Newhall. That was nice. We caught the very tail end of it. But that was nice. The space lends itself to a gallery. It's a hallway, but it's a wide enough hallway where you want to see artwork hung up. And not artwork from like TJ Maxx, like honest to God, living, breathing local artists, black and brown artists, having their work showcased. Beautiful stuff. All of it is beautiful. I saw Jasmine. Is it Jasmine Nicole? I saw the young Latina sister with the bright pink hair. It was so many people in the space and the folks who were exhibiting. It was lovely. It was lovely. So, so that was that. And then that was Thursday night. Friday night, because I'm always like, what are we doing? Friday night we hung out at Ife's for dinner and watched One Love, Bob Marley. We watched One Love. That was good. It's a nice, charming movie. You know what? The Marleys made the movie that they wanted to make, honoring their parents, their mother and their father. Now, if people take issue with that, then go make the kind of movie you want to see. But the Marley children made the movie they wanted to see and shared it with us. That's how I see it. It's a well done. I think Lashana could do no wrong. She was beautiful as Mrs. Marley. She is beautiful as Mrs. Marley. And she was believable. I mean, the brother that played Bob was nice too. Don't get me wrong. He was attractive, easy on the eye kind of brother, So it was good performances. And I you felt the vibe of Jamaica. I mean, it was beautifully done. So high five to them. And then Saturday, what did we do? We went over to Bloom for What's the 411. Eric Clemens' late wife passed away, I guess a couple of years now. And they have created a foundation in her honor. Because he's got 4 daughters. He's an original hashtag girl dad. So he's got 4 daughters, one from Spelman, one from wherever, 4 of them. And so they do this foundation for their mother. And they honor people. They give to scholarship money, a lot of it, to kids who are going to the schools that their daughters went to, that their daughters graduated from. And then they gave my Sora, Erica Bradley, an award because she worked so closely with them creating this fund and this foundation and just hard work poured into it. So it was really amazing. I mean, it was just amazing. And it was well done. It was done at Bloom. And Alicia has such a great eye for drama and glamour and just setting up spaces. She has such a creative eye, honest to God, a creative eye. And she just transformed Bloom into a wonderful event space for the day. It was just wonderful. And people were just drifting in and out and in and out. It was a wonderful day. Wonderful day. A wonderful day. Let's see what else is happening. Yeah. So that was Saturday. Then Sunday, if that wasn't enough, I had practice with the Broken Umbrella folks, and that was a lot of fun. So we did that, and then I ran over to the Yale Access to Law School event, the end of year celebration at Bar. It was fun. It was good seeing my class, my cohort mates. The new incoming cohort that has Christine Bartlett Josie in it, and a couple of other people that I know in it. And it was great. I mean, it was a wonderful Sunday afternoon. And then I went home. So that was the weekend. It's a good weekend. It's a good weekend. So, you know, so I'm up on the New Haven Independent site and I see, they've started arresting students and protesters. Okay. Well, you know, that's what it is. You know what? Lots of people get arrested. And so 40 people arrested so far as Yale and New Haven police cleared a student-led pro-Palestinian tent encampment in Beinecke Plaza this morning. So I guess they were there all weekend. I mean, what are you going to do? They're going to protest. The police have a job to do. Everybody's got a part to play in this. As long as there's no violence. Do you know what I mean? As long as, no one is harmed. That's really what I care deeply about. That's what I care deeply about. As long as no one is harmed, as long as the police don't get into that, jury and executioner mindset, because if I could get police to sort of say, you know what, when you're in our care, you are at your absolute safest. Do you know what I mean? Like if we could get police to think that way about everybody, then we might have a police force. Do you know what I mean? Like we might have a police force. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If the police saw everybody as their person to protect. I know it's a long stretch of the imagination for them. But if we could just shift them from being jury and executioner to public safety individuals, that would be really good. And no shade to cops. We all know we need law enforcement. We just want a law enforcement that works with us and not against us. That's all. We just need that. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's where we are. It's Monday. It's Monday and there's news and it's bright and sunny out. It's going to rain Wednesday, but we'll take it. We'll take it for today. Today we'll take it. And it's cold. I got on a real sweater. I was like, you know what? I had to put on a sweater. This weather is cold. And they're telling you it's chilly out. But it's bright. It's bright out, but it's cold. So right now it's 46 degrees. The high is supposed to get up to like 60. We'll see what happens. But these lows are like at freezing. that takes the wind out your sails. Do you know what I mean? Like that'll just suck the life out of you. But I know good weather is coming. We know it's coming. We just want it now because it just seems like it has been going on for a minute. And that just feels a little daunting to your spirit. It just seems a little daunting to your spirit. Because you want it to be warm. And it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there. So yeah. The New Haven Independent was live streaming the protest over there in the Beinecke Plaza. And there were artists the other day in the square making posters and flyers and stuff. So at least they didn't arrest him over the weekend. Because, when you get arrested over the weekend, you got to sit there until Monday. So at least if you get arrested today, you'll go home today. You know what I mean? Like they'll just send you on out your way, send you out the way, which is, nice, which is really, really nice. So there's some method to this, I think. And we have a kind of a police chief that is, I think, is more sensitive than ever before, you know, about these kinds of things. And I know the Yale police chief is sensitive, I mean, they understand the job they have to do, but they also understand, what protest is, and they have to disperse crowd. I mean, they know. So I'm just putting it out there, that's a thing. And it's a thing. So anyway, I'm sure the Independent will stay on top of this as it unfolds throughout the day, but somebody has to be on the side of the Palestinian people. I mean, somebody just has to be concerned about that. Somebody just has to be concerned about it. And we just have to be concerned, and be more than just concerned. We have to really be about about that sense of what is the right thing to do in these situations. I mean, we really have to start putting our hearts and minds on this at the same time, and figure out what is in the best interest of everyone, and it can't be. I'll just need people to remember that we are all humans and that we're all on the same planet together. That's where I'm at with this. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. So I'm at the 10 o'clock hour, we're gonna have a rerun because I've got some other matters to take care of that's calling my attention that I really want to go and uh, be with, and I'm gonna go deal with that, handle that, be with that at 10. So and I don't have a guest today. I do have guests this week though. I mean, last week we did a whole lot of talking, didn't we? We did a whole lot of talking last week. I think this week is gonna shake out pretty much the same. So since I don't have any guests today, which is Monday, but I do have guests. Alexis Robbins is my guest tomorrow at 10:15, and Tracy and Wayne are gonna come on and talk about my soror. Tracy and come on, and Wayne is the chair of the board of her foundation, and come on and talk about the autism walk that's coming up. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, I've got Shelley from the Arts International Festival of Arts and Ideas at 9:15, Enru at 10:15, and then Friday, the folks from DiasporaCon, most likely Juanita Austin, will come on and talk about DiasporaCon because that's coming up. That's like a week away. So if you're ready to get your cosplay on, be ready to get your cosplay on. And every time I go to DiasporaCon, I think they're 5 years into this now, 3 years, or however many long they've been doing it. I learn something new about Black people and comic books every time I go. I had no idea the depth to which we are involved in graphic novels, comic books, the whole genre. And I didn't know Connecticut was the leader of all this graphic novel, comic book stuff. So it's only fitting that DiasporaCon will showcase and highlight Black folks in that genre. Like it's just amazing to me. So anyway, so that's the week. And then next week I'm away for Story Week. So Harry's gonna run the best of, unless Paul takes over. And then I'll be back on the 6th. And next Thursday is my birthday once again. I am marching into these 60s, baby. I am marching into these 60s. Oh, I'm happy. I'm not gonna complain. What am I gonna complain about? There's no complaint. I'm happy to be marching into my 60s. Listen, I've got friends who are not going to see it. I've got friends who are not going to see it, who have passed on, who are not going to see it. And so I hold that. I hold space for that. You know, that's a big deal. So I'm happy to be marching into my 60s. You just don't even know. I'm not fighting, fretting, and I'm not gonna Botox nothing or any of that. I am weightlifting. I am gonna lift some weights. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I just saw a talk on if you don't lose muscle mass, that's one way to keep longevity. So I'm here for it. I am here for it. So I'm just gonna hang in there and do my thing. You know what I want? I gotta find me a floral suit. I have a pair of floral pants that I love, 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 but I need a floral suit. I want a floral suit. And at some point I'm gonna have the folks from Broken Umbrella Theater on because I'm going to be in their production of a slice, part of a bigger thing that they're doing for the International Festival of Arts and Ideas in June. So they keep asking me, and I love them. And I've never answered. And then finally yesterday I said, all right, just write me something. So when she said, I'll send you some pages, I like, pages? Just let me have a tray and walk through. That's the role I want. I want a tray and a pizza on it, and I'm gonna walk through. That's what I want. That's all I'm saying. Shoot. Anyway, I'm happy to do it. I really am. I'm happy to do it because uh that's a big deal. And they do amazing work, and they are very talented, and they are funny, 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 funny. I mean, they are funny, and I just love it. And I just love being in their space. I don't have any talent whatsoever, but they let me come and hang out and play, and I go and do the thing. I just go and do the thing. So, and that's that. That's the life. So I'm here for it. I am so here for it. So yeah, so you can go and get your tickets for that up on the International Festival in Arts and Ideas. The event is called Slice. So go and get you a ticket or two, and you know, come and celebrate with us and have a good time. That's all. That's what I will tell you. It's gonna be fun. And you already know the work that Broken Umbrella does. And you know, the regicides, the improv, the improv that they do for historical purposes, you know, uh, they're amazing. So go, 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 go. And, enjoy that. Enjoy that very much. So come out, check me out, watch me walk across the stage. And we're doing it at next door. Like we're doing it in an actual pizza restaurant, a working pizza restaurant. Like they're gonna be working around us. We're gonna be working around them. So it's a real thing. Oh, the authenticity is crazy. I'm just, the authenticity is just crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. So I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. I am so here for it. Uh, and that's the story I'm telling today. So yeah, so today's Earth Day. You know, the day we remind ourselves of how not good to the earth we are. That's how I see it. Because we are terrible stewards of the earth. And I know there's lots of people out here working on um on environmental justice stuff and trying to get people to do right by Mother Earth. You know, I know that, you know that. But I get to Earth Day and I feel like, man, we are so not doing the Earth any justice. Particularly when we got wars. You know what wars cost the Earth? I don't even think we think about that part of it. I don't even think we think about the impact that wars have on the planet. Let that sink in. While you're out there today walking around and taking in some of this sun, getting you a little vitamin D in, think about the cost of the pollution that we each generate every day on this earth. Just move through your day with that on your mind and be mindful of that. So, the inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame came out for they you know, the inductees, the ones who are in Mary J. Blige, Jimmy Buffett, Cher, Dave Matthews Band, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Kool and the Gang, woohoo, Alexis Corner, John Mayall, MC5, Ozzy Osbourne, Suzanne DePass, wow, Big Mama Thornton, you know, the mother of all rock and roll, A Tribe Called Quest, Dionne Warwick, and Norman Whitfield. That's a good cohort right there. Don't you think? I think that's a damn good cohort. Although I would imagine that I would think Mary J. Blige is a little young, but okay. Listen, I'm not on the voting or the nominating committee, and I'm not saying she does not belong. Just saying. I'm just saying she just seems young. You know, you know, like I mean, you got Dionne Warwick, right? And Cher, for God's sake. And then you have Mary J. Blige, which no shade to Mary J. Blige is great. It's great. Like I'm glad that she's getting into the Hall of Fame because hip hop R&B is a thing. So anyway, I do have Alice Randall's new book, My Black Country. I can't wait to get into this. A journey through country music, black, past, present, and future. I saw her speak and I was like, I have to have that book. I absolutely have to have it. So I have it. I have it. I got my copy. I got my copy. So, and I'm so happy. You know, it's nice having a friend who owns a bookstore. I mean, I now B. Doja Taylor is my mentor, and I ride for her every single day. And I remember when she came to me. She said, "You know, I'm about to sell the building. You interested?" And you know, I didn't have a pot to piss in. I was going through so much, but man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. But I'm so happy now that we have a bookstore in our community, and one that when I walk in there, I see myself. You know, that I see myself, and I'm just I'm just happy. So uh so I hope Lauren knows how much her bookstore means to everybody. And you know, she's a white woman academic who could have made a bookstore out of any old kind of thing, you know. But she has made it her business to center Black and brown and indigenous voices in that space, you know. And when you walk in there, there's a whole display of Palestinian authors and cookbooks and just stories. And you gotta love that. And then you walk a little further and you see the greats. You see James Baldwin and Toni Morrison and Alice Walker, like you and Lucille Clifton. And then there's poetry, and then there's young adult fiction, and then there's you know the academic stuff, and then there's art books. You know how hard it is to find art books by Black people. It's almost. I mean, if you go to Barnes and Noble right now, you might find one. You know, You might find one. So it's so nice to go in a bookstore, and there's a whole section of books by Black artists. Like, to me, for me, and that's worth the price of admission. And then when you go a little deeper, there's cookbooks. And then you take a hard left, when you keep going, there's gifts and cards and note cards, soaps, all these things by black and brown and indigenous people. And then you get into the children's section, and there's a whole children's section, like not just books, but they could play. And then there's toys. And these little kids can come here and they can see themselves on these shelves everywhere they look. Do you know how important that is? That is unbelievably important. And then when white kids come in, they see Black children in these pages and on the cover of these books. And they seek these books. They want to read these books because that bookstore gives them a world of where they live. I love it. It's one of my favorite places to be, and I'm always buying books. And I don't need to buy another damn book. And when we build our Golden Girls house, we have to have a big ass library. so we can put all the books. Lord have mercy. This is the gift that I got from the Yale Access to Law School Fellows yesterday. We healed together, rituals and practices for building community and connection. And, those young people those law students were very intentional about this book. And they gave each of us a book that spoke to who we are. And the fact that they gave me this book about, community is just amazing to me. And it means that they see me. Do you know what I mean? Like, they see me. And that is pretty damn powerful, to be 60 years old and to have young people see you and know what you're about. Do you know what I mean? To know what you are about. And that is a joyful thing to me. And I want them to know that too. I want them to know that this is a joyful thing. And I'm so proud. And some of them are graduating, and they're graduating, and so anyway, I am quite moved by this gesture, so no, I don't have enough books. Because if you could give me a book as a gift and I'm weepy about it, then that means there are more books for me to have. There's more books for me to have, good people. So yes. So this is what I want people to do. It's Earth Day. I want you to get outside today and really take deep breaths, walk on this earth, and just be in this day, and so that's the thing, so get out there and take a deep breath and look at the flowers that are blooming. And there's a before I jump off air in a few minutes, there is a flower farm here in Newhallville, and I'm gonna make it my business to go look for it. I'm gonna go look for it. Lauren gave me the card. It's probably in one of my bags. because she has a CSA, a community share association where you buy into getting flowers. And so I saw some of the flowers that were dropped off at the Possible Futures bookstore. And I'm like, so Bianca K and I, we gonna go fact finding. We have got to go find where this is. So they're trying to tell me it's on the corner of Highland and Winchester. Now I gotta go and look, I gotta go search this now. I'm making my mission. Feel like I don't have a choice. I feel compelled. I have to find the card. Because if the CSA is still going on and if I have a little money, I'm gonna try to um catch up, catch up, catch up and see if I could get one, you know. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. And see if I could get on a CSA. Because that's what I did in the pandemic. I had flowers delivered every 2 weeks from Revised, where they Revised is this thing where they pick up flowers that were, that were at hospitals or funerals or all those places, or weddings and other events where, you go to places and they have these big floral arrangements and people don't take them home. They were like, what the hell am I doing with a big ass urn of flowers? So the Revised people come in and they repurpose them and then they deliver them out. You could buy, and that's what I did through the pandemic. I had fresh flowers in the house. And they were beautiful. Like they were just beautiful flowers. And it was nice, And I was doing it at Common Ground too. When I was part of the CSA at Common Ground. So I was getting vegetables and flowers, and I had to stop that because I couldn't eat those vegetables fast every week. It's like a gazillion. I was like, I can't eat all these vegetables. Like, I cannot do it. So I had to give it up. I'm like, all right, I'm done. So when it was done, I didn't renew. I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore, But I kept the flowers going and the honey because I like honey. Although I don't even eat that much honey, so I got a cabinet full of honey. Because some days I want honey, but God knows I don't eat that much honey. So anyway, so having cut flowers in the house is will cheer you up in ways. And I know there are people out there be like, oh, I don't like cut flowers because they're gonna die. Hello, everything on the earth is gonna die. Like there's nothing that says life to me more than cut flowers. Because you understand that they will bloom, they will be there, and then they will die, just like you. Just like all of us. We don't know how much time we'll have. So when you cut flowers, you hope that they last 2 weeks. If they don't, they don't. So I like flowers as a metaphor for life. Bloom, bloom at your possible. Bloom, bloom, bloom at your greatness. Bloom, bloom, bloom. I love it. And I just love coming in the house and seeing fresh flowers. I just do. I always have. So I gotta find that little card. I know it's probably in a bag of some sort, because God knows there's a bag for everything in my house. And I'll look through and see what I can find. Bags and lottery tickets. I swear to God. And the crazy thing about me is I have a whole shredder to shred up, junk mail and stuff. Have I done it? No. Am I doing it? No. I've done it, and then I got to dump the shredder. But this was like from months ago. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So I'm gonna find that postcard and I'm gonna look and see what's still available. If she's growing flowers all summer, then that's a plus for me, because you know what? I'll put flowers on the porch in a minute and we'll just be divine. Speaking of which, I need to get some potting soil. I have some potting soil, but I think it's time for some new potting soil. so I could plant some stuff. I think I want to plant. I always have impatience. Well, not always, but some impatience and maybe some marigolds. I'd like to try my hand at another lemongrass plant. My friend Kay gave me a lemongrass plant, and the minute I brought it indoors, it just died. It was outside all summer, and it was gorgeous. And then I brought it in the house, and it just, whoop. So I was like, damn it. But you have to bring it in the house. You can't leave it outside. Or can you? No, they tell you to bring it in. But I don't have enough light. I don't have enough light that comes in parts of this house. So it's cave-like, so it's a little dark. But I'm gonna try my hand again at some lemongrass. I am. I will not be defeated, I say. I will not be defeated. And I got 2 little plants that I'm struggling to keep alive now. I need to take them down to the little plant place downtown and let them repot these things before they reach the point of no return. Yeah. So I will probably do that when I get back from Story Week. I can't have too many projects going at once. It's one of those things. So I'm going to jump off air, and Harry's gonna queue up the 10 o'clock show for whatever, and of whatever, and Harry will pick his good judgment of shows. And he'll pick something where I'm talking to somebody. I mean, Harry, we talked to a lot of people last week. Lord knows we did. So plus, I got a gazillion shows. I've got archives galore. You can find something old if you want. It's all right with me. I'm good. So so I'm about to jump off air and hit the road and get down the road and see what's happening. So thank y'all for tuning in to me. Harry, do I have to stay to 10:58? I think so, right? No. Do I go now? I go now. I don't know. Okay, bye. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got guests tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Happy Earth Day. Happy Passover.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org. Hey y'all, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from 103.5 WNHH, LoveBabz, LoveTalk. Hill House High School Class of 74, we're looking for you. It's time for your 50th class reunion, and it's being planned for the summer of 2024. For more information and to receive updates, contact hillhouseclass74@gmail.com or call Alice Conyers at 412-522-5158 or Wayne Stuckey, 475-227-9755. 50th class reunion, Hill House, class of 1974.